Welcome all of you in online teaching learning process. We have completed unit number 2, unit operations from the paper number 6, industrial chemistry, and from today we will start unit number 1, basic concepts in industrial chemistry. And in this unit we will see details about the industrial process to produce various types of chemicals, fertilizers, or any other products related to chemistry. So in the case of unit, that is, name of the topic is basic concepts in industrial chemistry. So in this unit we will learn, that is, learning and understanding basic concepts and concentration terms. Then in this unit we will see the distinction between classical and industrial chemistry, and distinguish between unit operations and unit processes. So the content of unit 1, that is basic concepts in industrial chemistry, is in which we will see the difference between classical chemistry and industrial chemistry, then raw material for the chemical industry, material safety data sets, units that make up a chemical process, unit operation and unit processes. Then in this we will see flow diagrams, block diagram, process flow diagram, flow sheets, then material balance, the purpose of mass balance calculation, material balance equations, then mass balance calculation procedure and simple examples. This is one part. And in another part we will see definition and explanation of some terms, in which we will highlight what is normality, equivalent weight, then molality, molecular weight, molarity, then molarity of mixed solutions, then acidity of base, then basicity of acid, then parts per trillion, parts per million, parts per billion concepts, what is mole fraction, weight fraction, percentage composition by weight by weight, weight by volume, volume by volume, then problem based on normality, molarity, mole fraction and mixed solution. So these are the contents of unit first, that is basic concepts in industrial chemistry, in which the part first is basic concepts of industry. Before starting this unit we will see some introductory part about that is, what is industrial chemistry. In industrial chemistry, that is, industrial chemistry is the branch of chemistry which deals with the commercial production of chemicals and related byproducts from the natural raw material and their derivatives. So industrial chemistry is the branch of chemistry in which we will study, that is, large scale production of chemicals and related byproducts from natural raw materials. So overall, that is, industrial chemistry is, that is, the study of different chemical process involved in the industry for the manufacture of, that is, synthetic products like cement, plastic material, then glass material, paint material, various types of medicines, then various types of fertilizers and other industrial products is called industrial chemistry. So in the case of industrial chemistry we will see, that is, large scale production of various chemical products or various chemical processes involved to produce large scale or large quantity of that substance. So in the case of, that is, in basic chemistry, we conduct a chemical reaction to produce a desired product in chemistry laboratory. That is, in our chemistry laboratory we can synthesize any type of chemical product with small scale. But in industrial chemistry, that is opposite phenomena. In industrial chemistry we develop a systematic mechanism and method to produce this product at large scale with great efficiency. Suppose in preparation of paracetamol, we can prepare the paracetamol near about, that is a 200 mg or 500 mg. That is a very small quantity, but in industrial scale we can produce that paracetamol in near about 100 tons or 1000 tons. So that type of phenomena takes place in industrial chemistry. So this is the main difference between basic chemistry and industrial chemistry. So in industrial chemistry, the cost effective production of desired product is carried out by using variety of equipments. So large scale of equipments are utilized in industrial chemistry. Then the types of chemical industry, that is, the chemical industry is globalized industry and produces thousands of chemicals from different or variety of raw materials. So overall industrial chemistry is classified into two types, that is industrial inorganic chemistry and industrial organic chemistry. So basically there are two types of industrial chemistry, industrial inorganic chemistry and industrial organic chemistry. And by using these types, that is, it is utilized for the, when nitrogen is available we can produce ammonia from nitrogen, and then it is converted into various types of fertilizers. And from sulfur we can produce sulfuric acid H2SO4, and which is applied for the production of phosphate fertilizers. And from the petroleum products we can produce various types of petrochemicals and synthetic polymers in large scale. So these are the applications of industrial chemistry. Then next we will see what is the main distinction between classical and industrial chemistry. First we highlight the basic difference between what is classical chemistry and what is industrial chemistry. So step by step we will see. So in case of classical chemistry, that is first point. In classical chemistry, a basic chemical reaction is designed to produce a desired product at small scale in the chemistry laboratory. But in industrial chemistry, the desired product is produced at large scale at plant level, because large scale production in our chemistry laboratory is not possible. So there is a different types of plants are necessary. Then in classical chemistry, second point is the parameters such as temperature, pressure and concentration etc. are set through usual methods. That is, in laboratory we can handle the temperature, pressure, concentration in small scales. But in the case of industrial chemistry, that is, the parameters such as temperature, pressure and concentration etc. are monitored or controlled by sophisticated equipment such as computers. That is automatic, that is control takes place by using computer technology. And third difference is, that is, different equipments and instruments may not be required to use. That is, limited instruments are applied to prepare any type compound. But for large scale production in industrial chemistry, different equipments and instruments are used in industrial processes. That is necessary. In case of classical chemistry, that is, material balance and energy balance may not be considered. But in case of industrial chemistry, that is, material balance and energy balance are to be considered. That is cost effective concept. So material balance and energy balance is necessary in industrial chemistry. That is, cost of production may not be considered, but here cost effective production is considered because large scale production is necessary. In case of classical chemistry, only chemist can perform the chemical process, that is chemical reactions are carried out in laboratory with from chemist. But in case of industrial, along with chemist, chemical engineers and mechanical experts may be required to carry out the process at large scale production. So this is the basic difference between classical chemistry and industrial chemistry. Then we will see the details about the classical chemistry and industrial chemistry. Difference between classical chemistry and industrial chemistry. So in case of classical chemistry, we design and carry out the chemical reaction or chemical process to produce desired product from the raw material or its derivative in chemistry laboratory at small scale. That is, small scale production or small scale reactions will be carried out in chemistry laboratory. So this type of reactions are called as, or this type of chemistry is called as classical chemistry. But in industrial chemistry, the same chemical reaction or chemical process is carried out in industrial setting, that is industrial setting, with more efficient way to produce this same product at large scale. Large scale production is carried out in industrial level. So these are called industrial chemistry. So in industrial chemistry, the sophisticated and automated instruments and equipments are used. That is, automatic machinery is used, or computers monitoring takes place by using computer technology. So this is the main difference between classical chemistry and industrial chemistry. So further we will see details about the classical chemistry. So in the case of classical chemistry, consider a chemical process or reaction to produce product C from raw materials, that is A and B, through the reaction. Suppose A reacts with B, we are getting product C. So in this case, A component taken into the test tube A1, then in another test tube component B is taken. Then these two test tubes are heated by using Bunsen burner in our laboratory to increase the rate of the reaction, and after that two reactants are mixed into the reaction flask and we are getting the product C, and this product C is further isolated by using distillation apparatus. So such type of phenomena is carried out in our chemistry laboratory. So this is a laboratory procedure to produce C from reactants A and B. So this is the simple procedure which will be carried out in the laboratory. So in classical chemistry, the reaction is conducted by pouring chemical A in a test tube and chemical B into another test tube, which we have seen in previous slide. Then test tubes were heated over laboratory burner to increase the temperature of these two materials. Then these two chemicals then mixed into reaction flask, reaction chamber, to form the desired product C. So the product C separated from the mixture by various techniques like distillation technique or various types of separation techniques. So this type of technique is carried out in classical chemistry. But in industrial chemistry, the same chemical reaction or chemical process is carried out in industrial setting with more efficient way to produce the same product at large scale. Large scale production is carried out in industrial chemistry. So in this case, component A is taken into the tank first and component B is taken into the tank B, and automatically it is pumped through the heat exchanger into the reactor, and also the component B also is taken into the reactor which is passes through the heat exchanger. Then the reaction rate will be increased and these two components mixed here. When A and B combine together, automatically they will combine together by applying the pump. Then in reactor we are getting the product C, and after automatically the product C isolated, when it is passes through the distillation column, we are getting the pure C from component A and B. So in industrial chemistry, a more efficient way to produce desired product C at large scale with same chemical reaction but with automated chemical process. So in this industrial chemistry, automatic process is carried out by using monitoring text based by computers, and we are getting pure product C. So the reactant or material A can be pumped from the tank through a pipeline containing a heat exchanger. Similarly, the reactant or material B can be pumped from the other tank through another heat exchanger, which we have studied in previous slide. Then these reactants are brought together in a reactor with the required temperature, pressure and catalyst amount. So in a reactor the reactants can spend the sufficient time to produce the desired product C. So A and B combined together, then we are getting product C. Then through distillation column, isolation of pure C from impurity takes place. Automatic isolation of pure C from distillation by using distillation column or distillation techniques. So in industrial process, so overall industrial process is a cost effective production of product is desired. So in industrial process, important parameters are to be monitored or controlled by equipment such as computer. So this is the automatic process, and in industrial chemistry we can produce large ton of that chemical components which will be controlled or monitored by computers. But that type of large production in our classical chemistry is not possible, because classical chemistry experiment or basic chemistry experiments is carried out in chemistry laboratory, and that chemically when that experiment is successful in small scale, then we can go to the industrial chemistry to produce that component in large quantity, that is in tons of quantity. So this industrial chemistry is very important with respect to our chemistry. For simplification, I am giving one example, that is, suppose I will prepare any aspirin tablet or paracetamol tablet in large quantity in our chemistry laboratory, near about 100 mg or 500 mg, very small quantity, because in laboratory the facilities are very small. And but if we want to produce that paracetamol tablet or aspirin tablet in 1000 tons or 100 tons, then industrial plants are necessary. So industrial chemistry is very important in our chemistry. So thank you all of you for listening this video.